I have my Twitch off to the side just to check whenever it actually goes live over there. Because I'm weird like that.
Do you need us to activate or to turn on the initiative tiebreakers, by the way?
No, it's all good.
Alright.
Yeah. I forgot that was a rune. That was... Okay. Okay, so...
We are live, by the way.
If you'd like to...
Hello,
if you would like to-
Internet. I haven't seen you in a while.
Okay, don't talk with your mouth full.
My mouth wasn't full.
Your throat was. Okay, that sounded way worse than I meant it to. I'm sorry.
I had to physically force myself not to say anything.
Oh god. I'm sorry.
We're off to a great start. Hi, everyone.
Sup? Yes.
Howdy.
New streamed game.
The picture at the bottom is not accurate for either of us. I'm sorry.
I don't have it set up to show player icons.
Oh, perfect.
I like to be able to have as much of the map
Green.
visible
Yep.
as possible.
I completely agree with that notion.
I will, as a tiny point of housekeeping, let's all look at the very bottom where I've got your names. Danny, you're used to this, but for Kate, Ken, and Cloud. See how for you two, Ken, Cloud, you have a little thing with a 2 on it. Kate, you have a thing with a 1 on it. If you click on that,
Oh.
and this is a very fun thing I found on the Roll20 Marketplace. It is called Odinson's Boon Runes. There's like about 20 different runes. They're like little tiny things that are on your character's possession. I've given each of you one of to start with, because you guys are all level 5 characters. You're special snowflakes. They're all very different, do very different things. I basically rule it that they can be used the same way an item or something like that can be used. So for me, it's a bonus action to use. Yeah, they are a one-use item. Because some of them are fucking powerful. Like one of the ones that you guys have.
They're super tiny. I don't know how to oh, there we go.
Yeah, you click on it, yeah.
Okay.
Which one is which for us?
You guys
Oh,
can fight
these
amongst
are-
yourselves, but they are not like they're not like class based or anything like that. It's literally just like your character can use it.
Right, but since we're sharing accounts, we have the two. Which is for who?
Toss a coin. I dealt both of them to your account, basically. So just toss a coin and boom. Yeah, that, and as a general warning for all of you, though again, Danny is well aware of this, I'm not completely by the book. I prefer I prefer rule of cool and things like that. And also, if you can provide me a convincing enough explanation for why a thing should happen the way you want it to happen, I'll generally go, okay, make a skill check. Or make a tool check, or something like that, whatever
So
would
basically,
apply.
like this.
Yeah. Plus, it's more fun that way. But, yeah. Now that that's out the way, if Danny, you want to do the whole intro thing and then...
In just a second. I'm finishing up the last of the link bombing.
Okay.
Alright. But yes, hello. Another streamed campaign on this channel that is streamed pretty much purely because I am a sentimental git who likes to hang on to the VODs. And you heard him speaking just a moment ago, we do have a different DM this time around.
Fingers crossed I don't fuck up too bad.
You'll be fine. And 3 other players who have never been on this channel before.
Hello.
Hi.
Howdy.
It's okay to be nervous.
I wasn't nervous. I just didn't.
I'm now imagining Howdy. You're now Cowboy. Your character is now Cowboy, and I will imagine them as such for the rest of the campaign.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Things
Give
interesting.
me a chance to re-roll my entire character, and I'll do it.
Let me just pull up the gunslinger class for her.
No, it's fine. We use D&D Beyond. It'll make in 5 seconds.
Mm.
Sure.
I guess you want actual introductions. Eh?
If you would not mind, and I usually, for first time or go around of introducing people, I tend to like to have the DM go last, and since people knew who I am, I just like, hi, I'm here.
Right.
So whichever one among you two would like to go first.
We'll let the person who's alone go first.
Or that
'Cause it's
works. That works perfectly fine by me.
Do I just have to say my name, or do I have to say
Yeah.
anything else?
General description if you would like, or you can just say, hi, I am a person.
Okay. Hello, I am a person, a human being. My name is Kate. I'm playing a gnome bard.
Ooh.
Her name is Louise Gladgrove. She has a very big, curly, bright orange hair, tanned skin, and she wears very like regular-looking brown clothes with some leather armor on top, but she looks pretty unextraordinary, if that's a word.
Oh, we're doing full character introductions then.
Yeah, that's fine, yeah. What's about to come?
Okay, I guess I'm next then. Hi, my name's Cloud. I'll be playing Venli Fearless. She is a tiefling sorcerer monk. She's born from an elven family, so she's thin, she's tall, she has slight points to her ears, she's got lavender, like purpley hair, and just real pale skin, small horns. She's pretty basic tiefling. A couple scales though, because she's a dragon sorcerer. Woo.
Silver, if memory serves.
I think so. It's been a while since I played Ven. Actually, you know what? Let me dig back. I think I have like a token that we had made of her ages ago.
Yeah, we do, but it wasn't ever a color.
That's fine. I'll post it in chat for people.
No, we'll deal with that later. As for anything else you wanted to mention there, or
What? Is there anything wrong with having a little mystery?
fair enough. By the way, hi, I'm Ken. The reason I kept interrupting is because she's my wife and sitting 2 inches to the left of me. I'm going to be playing Vulcan Run, Craftsman Extraordinaire to be. A human cleric is seeking to become greater than the greatest in terms of creation. Dwarves and elves, beware. There's a new expert in town. I wanted to do a better voice, but for some reason that's what came out.
That's okay.
That's always your excuse.
Could you write the character names in Discord chat so I can write them correctly on my notes?
Cool. Yes.
And Danny, if you would like to describe your character.
Alright, well, I've yet to draw any art for her, so her description's pretty well going to be coming straight out of my head. But I'm also going to be playing a tiefling. Yeah, go figure. I like tieflings. I like tieflings and drow. But, the character I'm playing is a tiefling, and she is a bard, although not like many bards you've seen before, for she hardly ever uses her instrument.
Oh lord, we have 2 bards.
Perfect.
I've been in a campaign that has had 2 bards before. It's actually a lot of fun. Hehe. And she, if asked for her given name, she will give it, her name being Zalista, but she prefers to go by the virtue name of Misery. She's of average height, black hair, red skin, horns, tail. She looks like your pretty stereotypical from the book tiefling.
Beautiful.
Although, keep an eye on that shadow. And that's all I'll say.
And I'm Jack. I am the rest of the world. Fucking everyone! It's gonna be interesting. This is gonna be fun.
There's a universe in your stomach, Jack.
And my head.
Jack's pregnant.
I'm fat enough to be pregnant at the moment. Joking. But as a side note, is the music on this too loud, or can you guys not hear it?
I can't hear your thing.
Okay.
Is that a me problem? That might be a me problem. No, that's not a me problem.
Many things are problems, honey.
How about
I
that?
can't hear anything, but then again, I can't.
Oh,
understand.
the music is
Oh,
very
shit,
loud.
Sorry.
Let me refresh. Maybe that'll fix it.
Is that better?
That does seem to be better.
I just
Okay, well.
refreshed, so we'll see.
Okay. I mean, it's coming to the end of the loop for that, so give it a few seconds. So,
And
The chat can hear music.
wonderful.
well, that's what matters most, I guess. Still can't hear it, but whatever.
That's fine.
It's probably in your settings. So, to start this session, you four come to consciousness in a very clean and sterile looking room. You each awake. First thing you see is, for you, Zalista, for you, Venley, it is a person respectively slightly, like, sitting behind a table slightly to your left or right, respective. But, like, for you, Zalista, it's just like in front and to your left. For you, Venley, it is just in front and to your right. Very average looking person. For you, Vulcan, this person is like behind the table. It's more like you guys like sort of turn to look at this person as you come to consciousness. It's like, oh shit, there are other people here.
Huh.
And as you turn, you all realize you're like tied to the chairs you're in. And this person, who is like generico McGee, basically. Very bland looking human figure. What looks like a three-piece suit. Blue, a very navy blue, more accurately. With a white linen shirt on underneath the vest. And a fedora, of all things, on his head. neatly trimmed black beard, hair sort of just down past his ears, but again, very neatly trimmed. He's just sitting there, looking at the four of you. Wow. It's nice to see you've all awoken. Rise and shine, sweethearts. I have a job for you all.
We're tied to the chair. How like aggressive is the binding?
It's enough to stop you from moving. It's not cutting off your circulation.
Still have access to my hands?
Yeah, like your hands can move.
What? No. Ah, crap. I blacked out again, didn't I?
Well, that's one way of putting it, Mr. Vulcan.
Louise like shakes a little bit, and like you can see that she tried to check how tight the bindings were, and then she says, "A job for me? But I'm just a simple farm girl."
He smiles and looks at you, Louise. Sweetheart, you and I both know you are much more than that. Much, much more. We both know who you are.
You can see her like biting her lips, and her eyes are darting around the room, trying to like see if there's any method of escape.
Well, if I might have all your words that you will not attack, I'll let you all go. Well, I'll untie you anyway.
I don't like how you said that.
Well, I do have a job for you, and if I just let you walk out the door, the job wouldn't get done, would it?
Question. Venley speaks up. What is the job exactly?
Oh, I want you four to steal something for me.
Steal what?
A small crystal. Nothing that would immediately harm any of you. But it is the sort of thing that could harm many other people.
Insight check.
Yeah, sure, go for it.
It's gonna be 15.
But he's telling the truth. Insofar as you can tell, he's telling the truth. He's being truthful when it says it can't harm any of you guys. Well, truthful on a relative, like, can't harm you on a relative scale, but it's not kind of like, if you touch it, it won't kill you.
Right. Seems like a long way to go to set up something like this.
Well, given that your target will be a bank, I would prefer to have outsiders trace back to the people I work for.
That makes
Think
sense.
of yourselves as contractors.
I'm assuming we're going to be compensated for this.
Would you like to keep living? And then he laughs and just, yes, you will be compensated for all this. This is a job in two parts. You get the item, and then you deliver it somewhere for me.
Where?
Blackwater Port.
Looking at the map real quick.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Give me 2 seconds. I will pull you guys onto a better version of where you currently are. So hopefully you can see that. Yeah.
As soon as it stops being blurry, I will.
It looks like I took my glasses off.
Welcome to how I feel. So I'm currently pinging where he's telling you to go to.
Okay, that's where we're
So
supposed to go. Where
that
are
is
we right
where
now?
you're going to
And
need
where
to
are
travel.
we now?
Or do we not?
Or
So
do we not?
you're all, for various different reasons, in the city of Dantonk.
Oh, okay.
It is, in this world, what you might call an administrative city. Mostly. Like, if you want to do trade, if you want to do business with the ruling government, things like that, this is probably your best bet to come to.
Right.
Like, if you are invited to meet the Emperor, you go to Weldon, which is the capital. But Dantonk is where all the actual business happens.
Right.
I guess that makes enough sense.
It's from where you guys are to there. It's probably like it's just under a 2-week travel, depending on if you guys decide to walk or if you procure horse and cart, things like that.
I guess the thing that's got me on edge is why the hell did you grab us all while we were blacked out for this? If this is really so important, couldn't you have, like, I don't know, asked someone?
Well, it may be a character failing of mine, but I do prefer having something over people to make sure they do the thing I want them to do.
God, that tough.
Shrugs. Bit of a self-deprecating smile on his face, like, yeah, he knows kind of fucked up, but he likes it. So, would you all like to know where to go?
I mean, we're gonna have to, because it seems like we're not getting much of a choice.
Well, I want you four to infiltrate a bank. There's a very interesting front to it. In every city you find, every decent-sized town, there will always be an alley with a tavern down there called the Shaved Corn. It's always run by denizens of that city or town. But should you happen to find yourself talking to the right person or walking through the right door, you will enter somewhere completely different. You will enter a pocket dimension, holding a very secure bank, run by the more monetarily inclined of your kind. And he turns and looks at you, Louise.
Of my kind?
It is run by gnomes. Which may help you getting in. It could not. Depends on how convincing you guys can be or how stealthy you can be. I have word that in one of the more secure areas of the bank, there resides the thing that I need. I leave the planning of exactly how to infiltrate up to you all. I can provide some information, but not a lot, given that, well, I do not own the bank. I can tell you what we have found out over the years.
Let's start with that.
Well, as you walk in, it does function as a bank. You can deposit your money. There is an area behind where the tellers are where you can, well, talk to bank managers, things like that, and then past that are the vaults. The vaults are, well, we know there is security, we do not know what it is. We just know that something is watching over those vaults.
We?
We, The people I work for, we know that there's something watching those vaults. We do not know exactly. We do not even know what triggers it. We can only assume that it is, well, it somehow figures out that you are not supposed to be there.
Is this gonna be one of those long cons where we have to get jobs there for 2 months before we can pull this up?
I mean, well, if you're quick enough about it, I'm sure no one will notice if you slip away. But if you, well, that would require some people working in concert to distract others, would it not? Hopefully you can work as a team.
Question: what's this gem look like?
Pardon? Oh, right. Well. And because you may come across them in your travels elsewhere, generally, these are... Actually, do any of you have sailor background? I don't think so.
Nope.
Nope.
Alright. Generally, these are carried in grey-colored pouches. They are held normally by others of a particular type. The crystal itself, they can come in many different shapes because, well, when they are refined into their crystalline form, they can take on interesting looks. But generally, if you think about a general sort of crystal shape, you're on the right track. As to its color, you'll know what it is, because it will be... Well, you know when you look up at the night sky, and it is such a dark blue it is almost black, but not quite black. That is its general color. But with several fractures running through it that you can quite easily see that are of a lighter purple color. I would caution you not to crush it or breathe it in.
We'll breathe it in.
It is easily crushed.
No.
Apply enough force, you can crush it. I would not suggest for any of you to breathe it in. It will not kill you, it will just make you extremely sick. And I would advise not showing it to any interesting looking sailors, because they may think you're trying to kill them with it. Basically, just use common sense when you're handling this thing, is what he's telling you.
Right.
Except for a certain type of sailor, which I can promise you, you will know when you find them. If you find them.
Well, sounds like this is gonna be about as simple as hold on. Sorry. Oh, that analogy is not coming out. Let me try that again. Oh, clear as mud. Got it.
Well, I have information. I've given you it. That is all I personally know. Although I do know that it is not difficult to actually enter the bank. All you need to do is go into the shave coin and ask to see the accountant. See, and at this point, I will say for ease on my voice, because that kind of strains my throat a little bit. He gives you guys like basic directions from like landmarks in Dantonk to get to the Shave Coin, which the way he describes it, like the last little bit is like, it sounds like the sort of alley that you would just walk past without thinking about. The sort of place that someone walked down, you'd just be like, okay, maybe they're taking a shortcut or something.
Right.
Which of itself is it's a security measure. At this point, he makes a motion with his hand, and all your bindings fall away. And he says, well, if you would all follow me, and please don't get too curious. We have some very dangerous things in here. It would be a shame if any of you were to wander off and find yourselves eaten.
This is like Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. Out of character, by the way.
Fantastic. You said this room's like stark white, right?
Yeah, it's stark white, yeah. The table itself is just like a metal table.
It's a torture room. Basically. We're in a torture room.
Think more an interrogation.
Yep. Basically.
If it was a torture room, there'd be like implements spread out before you, and this dude would
they
probably
could bring implements in. It wouldn't take long.
Yeah, but there's something more fun about just showing them and leaving them sit there and letting the person wonder.
I suppose. Fair enough. Let's continue. On a tangent now.
What type of metal is the table made out of?
Just general steel.
Right.
You've not, however, been like talking for long enough for it to be like, for you to be able to use Artisan's Blessing or anything like that, if that's what you're thinking of.
I wasn't thinking of that, no. I was just thinking about... my character has small obsessions.
Ah, right. Fair enough. Yeah, it is like general steel. There doesn't really seem to be any imperfections in it. More like a... Yeah. Let's put it like that. He stands and motions you all up, and you, Louise, at this point you realize, oh shit, I'm further up off the floor than I normally am. Because it has been sized so that you can sit at the same height as everyone else. Like, your head will be at the same head height as... So, like, as you're sitting on the seat, like, your feet are, like, you could probably reach... Like, lift your feet up and just rest them on the table.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. Because you're, like, half the height of everyone else, so, like, just be careful when you get off.
Do you want a hand getting down?
Sure. I'd appreciate it.
Alright, so Venli, helps Louise down.
Okay. He walks, like, to the left of all you guys, and opens the door, and just sort of stands there and does, like, the motioning you through sort of thing. After you all.
I just realized, am I the only man in this room? Or...
Well, I mean, there's the guy talking to us.
Well, except for that guy.
Yes, you are. Well, as far as I'm aware.
Oh my god, it's Charlie's Angel!
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Congratulations, you kidnapped 3 women and a holy man in order to get your earth thieving job done. Let's get this over with.
I've done much worse in my life. I can assure you. This is on the relatively milder scale.
There's not a rat in the room.
There's not?
There is now a rat because I have find familiar.
Okay. He just looks at it. Wow.
Give me your squiggles.
I would be careful
Pick up
where you
squiggles.
send your friend.
I
Especially in
pick
here.
squiggles.
Okay. Well, I personally do not care if you all die. If you were to die now, it would be rather useless to me. So please, be safe.
Right.
So do you all leave the room at this point? Or do you stand there trying to get into keep standing there trying to get into a dick measuring contest?
I'm gonna leave the room. This guy
Okay.
freaks me out.
Yeah, I'd rather just move along.
Okay.
Zalista will leave as well, but is Barnabas up to anything? Because, yes, that is the name for the thing.
He has, for the most part, been kind of normal-ish. But like you can feel that as you walk out, like you can feel him like just flipping off the dude that's basically been threatening your lives for the past 2 minutes.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Which, actually, I would say, given the roll a perception check, Louise,
Okay.
because Vulcan and Vanley have left, so you would probably be the only person who might possibly notice it. There's something off about that shadow. You have no idea what. Or it could just be the way this tiefling in front of you. Not entirely certain. Or it could just be that all the drugs.
Oh, drugs.
All drugs.
Yep. So as you guys leave this room, again, like stark white corridor, like that. There's guards outside waiting for you guys. They've got like to your left. There's like 3 of them, just sort of standing, looking at you guys. 2 of them. It's like 1 in front and then 2 behind. They're all dressed in very dark colored armor. The one in front is wearing what looks to be studded leather armor, has a sword at each hip, and the 2 behind don't really seem to be wearing armor, but they both look like they can handle themselves, and they're just blocking off the hall to your left. And excuse me, if you all turn to your right, you notice that that bit of the corridor seems open. Like you're all smart enough to be able to assume that that's where they want you to go.
I go.
Okay. So with this slightly creepy human walking behind you all make your way through what feels like you're all walking for about 10 minutes basically, and like every time you come into sections, there's always guards blocking off areas, making so that you can only go a specific way. It takes you guys probably about 10 minutes to get out. And occasionally on your walks, you guys hear some interesting noises. Not like screams or anything, just noises that don't quite sound like they should be made by anything natural. Like at one point there's this deep moan that you all more feel than hear, if that makes sense, because it's such a deep sound. Like you know when you hear certain like sounds and it like just behind your ear it makes you feel a bit weird. That's the sort of feeling you get, and that there is at one point like a what to you, Vulcan, sounds like something very hot in quenched in oil, only much higher pitched. It's like that
pitch oil.
higher pitched, yeah. It's a similar sort of sound to, like, say if you were beating metal into a shape and then quenching it in oil, only much louder and much higher pitched at one point during your walk.
Can I, like, at any point or any way, shape, or form, figure out where its actual source is?
You can tell that it occurred as you were passing an intersection. You can tell that given the way you guys have been walking, you can tell that this place is probably quite large, and it happened somewhere more towards the center of this place, given the sort of route that you guys have had to take.
Right.
Somewhere towards the center.
So, are you going to be walking through the cavern of infinite hallways forever, or are you actually going to get us out somewhere?
Well, there are places you are not allowed to see. So we have had to create a way. We have had to create a way through this. There are also things that, if you even thought about them, your brain would probably melt through your ears. And I'm assuming you all like your brains exactly where they are.
Like, Zalista looks like she's gonna say something, but then just kind of closes her mouth and shakes her head like, yeah.
And it's at this point you guys come to, strangely enough, like every other door that you guys have passed, like everything else has been white. This one thing, however, is black, like midnight sky black, with a single silver handle. Now, if you would all kindly take your leave, I shall see you all later. Who wishes to go through the door?
I mean, I might as well. I've been walking this whole way.
Okay, so you open the door, Vulcan, and you walk into what looks like a changing area.
What, like a locker room?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Huh. Is there anything I'm supposed to be seeing here?
You see all your gear, because you've currently been walking around with, like, fuck all except your
Basic
clothes, your armor. Yeah. You still got your armor on, but... And you specifically have your holy symbol, that sort of stuff, but... None of, like, your actual gear. All of that, there's four backpack, like, all your stuff is in, like, four neat pile, like, everyone's stuff is in a neat pile. You know, heaviest stuff on the bottom, lightest stuff on the top, all that sort of backpack, etc.
Right.
Just set out for everyone.
I gather up my things, especially my smith's tool. Nothing missing?
Nothing missing. If anything, it all seems slightly cleaner. And it's the same for everyone. Like, for everyone, all your stuff is there. Strangely enough, the same sort of thing. It's all slightly cleaner.
Louise, like, sees her stuff and she just looks furious for a moment, and then, like, she just sighs.
I let Squiggles get to work on undoing.
What, is he, like, shitting on it?
No, either rat.
Okay, but rats, like, they can be clean, you know?
I know.
And you just summon this rat.
He's a soot rat.
So what, like the soot sprites from the Ghibli movies?
Sure.
Oh, God.
He is technically a fake creature.
Sorry for the questions, I'm just trying to envision this.
I'm enjoying this.
I'm glad. That's kind of the point, isn't it?
I have no
you
idea.
You invite us into your home, and
we mess everything up.
Basically, so...
I have no idea why I named the rat Squiggles.
I don't know.
Because
Like
it's
you got this screwed up look on your face when you thought of it, and you look at the floor, and you're like, "Squiggles."
There we go. So, how would you guys? How
First
would
thing I'm going to do
you
is I'm going to look at
guys
my
like to-
new contractually obligated companions and be like, so am I the only person who has no idea how I got here, or
You're not the only one.
Bentley just silently goes in the room and starts getting her stuff.
Louise is
Honestly.
just like looking at the floor, like, you know, when you're kind of like mad but also sad, so all you can do is like angrily stare at the floor because life sucks. That's what she's doing.
So hey, since I had no idea like what I was getting into, as far as like spell preparation goes, can that be like loosey goosey for this first day, or
Yeah, I am basically assuming that whatever spells you had prepared the day before are the same ones that you had prepared now.
gotcha.
Or if you wish to change it, that's completely fine.
Because if we're going to be trying to get this subterfuge done today, I do not have the right spells for that.
Fair enough. Then yes, if you wish, you can hand wave it that you take a moment, some time.
Yeah, I mean, if it's the next day, I technically have the chance to re-prepare once a day. So.
Yeah. So if you would like to change your prepared spells, go for it. The joys of being a sorcerer, you don't have to worry about that. You just have to worry about what ones you want to know.
Yeah. Meanwhile, me being a cleric, I have all the spells.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
but
sat
that's
down
kind
and
of
worked.
annoying sometimes.
I sat down and worked it out the other day. Like a cleric who can cast first and second level spells technically knows
Yeah.
of
If
more
you
spells
take-
than a fucking 20th level sorcerer will ever learn.
If you take a look at my character sheet, my spell list is huge.
Oh, dude, I play a level 15 cleric. No, level 17, sorry, cleric in another game. But that shit's fucking hell. That hurts my head. Yep.
Alright, we're good.
So, the way this will work, I want you guys to quickly talk amongst yourselves about how you want to start this heist. So think, for those of you who have watched them, think like heist movies or TV shows.
Oh,
Where
I
it
know.
basically start. Basically, you're going to end up starting in medias res. The way it's going to work is figure out how you want to approach this. We'll get one of you to be sort of take the lead for that bit, and based off of that role, that will determine how well or how interestingly you guys will be starting this.
Okay.
Well,
So
don't know
come up with a broad outline is basically what I'm saying. Don't
right.
don't try to from the start be like, this is exactly how it'll go. Just like, instead of we do this and this, be like, maybe we want to go in and convince someone to like let us through the back or something like that. You know, like a basic idea.
I'm gonna say for the
So-
start, you should probably figure out how to actually get in, considering that we only know it's you going through a certain way, and then you.
No, you guys know. Okay, so you may not have heard at the very end. He basically said you gave directions to get to the place, and he said when you go there, ask to speak to the accountant. So you've already got a way to get into like the main foyer of the bank itself.
Right. Sorry, Ken
So-
stepped away to check on the baby.
It's all good.
So is it a regular bank? Like, do people go and make deposits there, or
Yes.
is it
Yeah.
okay?
And make
Oh.
deposits, go and chat to a bank manager about stuff, that sort of thing, and then there are the vaults behind.
Well, I got a spell called Locate Object. And if I use the spell within 1,000 feet radius, I have an idea as to what I'm looking for. It gives a good description of that gem where I can basically pinpoint it.
Yeah. You were, however, also told that this particular bank is located in a pocket dimension, so you will have to be
In the bank.
first.
Inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm saying come up with like a general way to locate where it is, like general way to get yourselves in, and then we'll go from there. So like we can basically say you guys know and have already like entered the bank, sort of thing. So think like Ocean's 11, where like you're going through, like they're talking about how they're going to do it, and at the same time the movie's like showing how it's happening.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, if I cast that spell before going into the bank itself, it lasts for a solid 10 minutes. So if I cast it right before going in, they won't even know I have it set up.
Cast it.
Yep.
back.
Does a pocket dimension bank have a bathroom?
Every place has bath.
It should, considering it's a bank with workers.
If
Yeah.
I was going to be casting anything in the bathroom, it'd probably be clairvoyance.
Well, I mean, what if you need to go to the bathroom?
What? That's not why I'm. Oh my god. That came
It's
out
okay.
a lot worse than I ever meant to.
It's all good. So,
I got
Okay,
another trick up my
so
sleeve: silence.
what type of clientele does the bank usually have, if we were even given that sort of information?
make an intelligence roll.
Okay.
You're not entirely certain, but given that you've been told that it's generally situated out of the area, it could be clientele. Given that it's off in the sort of place that's not normal, people don't normally bother to look at it. It can be anyone from like normal commoner to noble.
Would it be safe to say that, like, it could be used by a criminal?
Yeah.
Because my background says you know someone who can connect you to other criminals.
Okay.
So would I know the name of like a big shot criminal guy?
You would definitely be able. Yeah, I would say yeah. Yeah, you would have definitely heard of someone here in Dantong who would be very into sort of shady side of things.
Okay, so what I propose is Louise goes to the front desk, says that she's going to make a deposit on behalf of Mr. or Mrs. Criminal Guy here. So she's distracting the attendant. Meanwhile, everybody else sneaks around.
Okay. So I'll pull you guys onto map.
And then we go full John Wick.
Okay, I've never seen that. What actually happens in that?
A lot
Everyone dies.
Okay.
more than you would ever expect.
Can they
Okay.
come back
So
and die a second time?
who wants to take lead role for this? Like, who wants to roll start of this particular operation?
I mean, our distraction would be the first, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, like, just to see as like a base. Yeah. So,
Actually,
would you
real
like
quick,
to
Like,
roll?
what kind of a roll even are we making?
Real quick, I just have a
Okay,
question
so-
for everybody.
Yes.
Mhm.
Everyone's got armor, or I know you don't have armor, but like,
I am the armor.
anyone like need like a buff?
Depends on how big the buff.
I
My
can,
AC is 15.
I can
Same.
plus one. I can plus one either a piece of weapon or a piece of armor.
Well, if Louise is the one who's going to go to the front desk to speak, then I think just in case, it should be her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You want your weapon upped or your armor upped?
Armor.
Alright then. In that case, Chow! Blessing of the Forge. I just give your armor piece a tappy tap, and it's now a +1 piece of armor. And this will last until I take a long rest.
Thank you very much.
Okay, give me
Or
2
if I
seconds.
die. If I die, it goes away
Two
too. but-
seconds.
I mean, we would hope.
I have an arm class of 19, so I don't really need.
That's fair.
So, everybody's okay with what, like, my plan thus far, like my beginning of a plan. I have a
mean-
way of causing a commotion without it really being focused on us. So while I speak with the dude in charge, like as soon as the commotion is caused, you guys can sneak in.
Another good thing that we can take care of is once we're actually in the place, I'm gonna cast that spell before we even walk in. Just sort of give us a general direction to go for.
Okay.
I should probably be casting silence or in some sort of vicinity of a door. That way we can be less noticeable.
So, just to check, can everyone currently see the map?
Well, we see that there is a map. Oh, there. Oh, I didn't.
Yeah. I didn't make one either.
It's
Oh,
okay. So,
alright.
Vulcan, you are the red dot. Louise, you are green. Cloud, whose character? Venly. Sorry, that is just a weird name. Venly, you are the purple dot. I will fix things later. I promise.
I'll also probably fix things for myself real quick. You said I'm red, right?
Yeah, you're the red dot.
Cool. I'm gonna rapidly make it.
Okay.
Ow,
So,
ow, ow, ow.
then in that case, I will get these to roll for me. I will get you to roll. Roll a d20. Add your charisma bonus.
Me?
Yeah, but
That's
yeah, basically make a charisma check, but it is -2 to what you get because you're in a bank and you're trying to convince them that you're doing this thing.
was hoping that would be the
Make a charisma check. Make a charisma check, and we'll take 2 off of it.
Another thing,
Mhm.
like, so my plan is, I'm going to speak with the guy, for a minute, regardless of whether he believes me or not. Hopefully he does, but if he doesn't, it doesn't matter. My plan is to use words of terror.
Okay,
Oh.
so we'll get you to roll the charisma check first to see how well you can get past the first layer, and then we'll take it from there. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So, bit of a complication arises.
course it does.
You walk in. You go to a teller, and you're trying to convince them that, yes, you really are from Mr. Tarvitz, and you really do have something to deposit. However, the person you're looking at is a little bit confused and says that Mr. Tarvitz is already here.
Why
course.
that's not possibly
And
true.
would you like them to go speak to their manager to get him to come out and confirm things?
By this point, has a minute passed?
At this point, yeah. So I would say that, like, still a bit paranoid, yes, but
Your longest man of your life. Yeah.
So, the teller has to succeed on a wisdom saving throw against my spell
Okay.
DC.
What is your DC?
15.
They're fucked.
That's so lucky. So, he basically freaks out of nowhere.
Okay.
Uh,
Which, given that you're saying that you have a deposit from Mr. Tarvitz, is pretty fucking fair.
So he's frightened
Okay.
for an hour, and he
Okay.
doesn't. Well, I'm not sure if he knows it was me, even if he succeeds, even if he fails. It just says if he succeeds on his saving throw, then he doesn't know that it was me. But I don't know if it's the other way around too.
Okay. I would say that. Give me 2 seconds. I will change your token. Okay. There you go. Has signed. Give me 2 seconds to look at it, and I'll make it.
Okay.
Come on, roll 20. Stop being a dick. Okay. I would say that, given that it says that if they succeed on the save, they don't know that you tried to frighten it, I would say it, because they're definitely fucking frightened. So yeah, you see this teller. They're, trying to be professional, and everyone else just watching Louise talk to this teller. The teller, like, gets progressively more frightened, and then, like, starts shaking and just fucking bolts away from, like, their desk. Like, let's take off. So you see them. They run and come through the door here, this purple door. Which, given that you use that, I will say that in their terror, trying to delete. So in their terror, they left that door. Given that you decided to use that and they failed, I will say that, yeah, they ran, like, out past the rest of the party up here, and, like, just, like, you hear a door slam behind you guys, like, it's sobbing in the bathrooms.
Oh my god.
As, like, this tiny little gnome fucking runs past you. Like, nothing on you, and is scared as fuck.
So,
Would you all like to try to continue through to the next section?
Is that the only person in here, or are there more people in here?
There are other tellers, but the ones closest heard the name Tarvitz and look like they don't want to fucking say a thing.
So, I assume since it's a gnome bank, then like the counter is very small.
Yeah, for everyone else, they'd like. There's chairs provided for people who are taller. There's even a couple of cushions where you could like reliably assume like Goliath or like a Minotaur or something would just sit on a cushion to talk to them. All the doors, however, are sized like quote unquote normal sized creatures.
Is there like a door, like behind where the other tellers are?
All you know is that from your point of view, the teller that you were talking to ran this way, like so from where they were sitting, which is like here. They ran off to the like. If you guys are all looking at the map, they ran off to the right, and then came through this purple door here, leaving it open.
And if we were to go in somewhere, where would that be?
So, come on, roll 20. So, come on,
There we
work
go.
with me here. Yep, there. So, where you are currently standing now, Louise, is the open door. So, basically, purple section like that represents a door. If you go through it, or like actually, you should be able to see it. There are red marks to either side. That is locked door, but this one is open.
Okay. So my idea was to use minor illusion, like behind where all the other tellers are, and make it sound like a rough voice saying like, "What's going on?"
I will
To see
double.
if
I will double down on that and also cast minor illusion and say, I don't know.
Oh my god.
just to get
He's
the
out
tellers to turn around.
Yeah, exactly. I'll double down
Oh
on that.
god. If you know how that one mob boss guy sounds. Oh god, that would be even better.
Yeah.
Have that
Okay, yeah,
argument.
I will say, given the rules that I've come up with for this sort of thing, I will say that yeah, mark off the spells on your sheets. That would be
they're
an automatic success.
Cantrips.
Sorry, yeah, okay,
Yep, even better.
yeah, that would be yeah. I will say that yes, that will succeed.
Nice part is minor illusion doesn't
You
have
guys-
a workaround.
You guys currently have like probably a 5-second window to get in through the door that Louise is currently standing in front of.
Fucking run.
Fucking run.
Louise
Okay.
also
Let's
goes-
do this.
I hope Louise isn't blocking the door because I'll knock gnome over.
I'll knock a bitch. Okay.
Actually, no.
So-
I'm gonna pick Louise up suitcase style. like a tantruming toddler. I'm gonna carry Louise.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you
Okay.
you okay
Thank you,
with this,
Kat.
Louise, or are you
Sorry.
gonna fight me on that?
That's totally fine with me. Thank you, Kat.
Alright.
Okay. So you notice a few locked doors, sort of like employee-only sections. Pardon?
I cannot believe that worked. I'm so glad I picked up minor illusion.
Okay. So next area you guys find yourselves in, pull you down to, is come on, you fucking. There we go.
No one
Okay.
said anything about this.
Yeah, you find yourself in this area. You hear, you can hear the sounds of talking on like coming from each of these doors?
I think it's
I
at
just-
this point that I should cast that locate object,
Okay, yeah.
which,
So,
because we have a good description of what that gem looks like, I know the direction of that object within 1,000 feet of me.
as long as you see. Okay. So, if you would zoom out a little bit, Ken,
Yep.
you get the sense that it's coming from a direction.
upper left direction.
Yep.
Right?
So we're
I'm
gonna
not-
have to start going through locked doors or following corridors.
I'm gonna take a look around. Okay, so that's
What
dead.
does
So,
the red door mean versus purple
The red
door?
door? Okay, red
Yeah.
door is sort of like employee only section, although in the
Is
case of...
Is all employee only?
This whole thing is employee only.
You can okay, so this particular area you are in, right, be more like if you wanted to go talk to a bank manager about a loan or something like that. So like
No.
as long as you have a
Both of those
feasible
doors. Sorry, go.
like yeah, as long as you have like in this particular room, as long as there is a feasible reason for you to be here, people would be like, okay, yeah, sure, and just leave you be. You go through that red door, things are going to start getting interesting, though.
Alright, well, I know the general direction we need to go.
Yeah. Okay.
Someone wanna like peek through the purple doors. Someone who's a little bit better with their hands than I am. I mean, I'm good with my hands, don't get me wrong, but not like smooth movements. I'm more about the sturdy movements.
None of us are attracted to you.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about hammer.
You like that?
Okay.
Uh,
Who
I guess.
would
So-
like to try for this?
I mean, I'm
Uh,
smooth enough, but like, I don't really know if I'd be able to do anything. Or
which door leads to the general area where the gem is? This one?
It was up in this direction in the upper left
Yep.
corner.
I will say that given
Oh, okay.
that you guys know that it's in vaults and you're coming to a section that says like it's basically like the no admittance except under like certain circumstances sort of thing.
I'm gonna assume it's in that direction.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
assume we might need to go through the employee only section.
I guarantee we will.
I would cast clairvoyance, but that would lose my locate object. Then again, I don't think it's going anywhere.
So is
And
the,
then it
is the
starts
door
moving.
locked?
How much do you want it that? It's gonna start moving out. You
Wait,
said that.
wait! I just got an idea. I cast silence as a ritual,
Okay.
so now we can open doors without making noise. As if I
You
ritual
did
cast
or
silence.
you will?
I'm going to cast silence as a ritual.
Okay, because a ritual cast is generally 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's gonna. I'm gonna
least.
I'm gonna
That's
start
a
ritual
lot of
casting.
time, though.
That's a lot of time.
How much time for
That's
us to
right.
be sitting in a
More-
hall.
You're right. Yeah,
we
that's-
need to keep
yeah.
moving.
I forgot about that.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's a locked door, right?
Yeah. As far like
Uh,
no one's gone up to it, but like
Can I
Well,
go
I
up
have-
to it and try to answer?
okay.
I have thieves' tools, so
Oh, better idea yet. You go up to it and
Okay.
try to. You'll probably be more convinced.
You know what? That's
Okay.
right. You know, this is a known
So-
thing. If no one does things, it's less suspicious.
Right? They could probably just
Okay.
say that they hired.
So I want you, Louise, to make a stealth roll.
Oh boy.
okay.
Let's see how like inconspicuous you can be. Okay, nice,
Nice.
very
Yeah.
nice. Okay, so you walk up to the door. It's locked. No one, however, has noticed you walking up to and trying this door currently. So go ahead and roll your thieves' tools. And I want the other three of you to roll perception checks,
Real quick, before you use your thieves' tools, I am going to cast guidance on you. With a guidance in place, this is gonna break my concentration on located object, but again, I don't think it's moving anywhere. You get an extra D4 for your roll on ability checks or whatnot.
Stop saying that because you're making me anxious.
What?
It's not moving anywhere.
Is
How much you want to bet the
thieves'
mob boss
tools-
here is picking it up and leaving right now?
Use your dexterity modifier for this one. Because you're
You
trying
get
to
an extra D4 because I cast guidance.
And then, yeah, so roll it at D4 afterwards. And I want everyone else to make perception checks.
Per or deception?
Perception.
Okay.
so
Okay.
22.
The 21.
I will
The
pass at 17. Let's point that out here. Double natural 20!
Oh my god! I've never
oh
seen
god,
that
you're
before.
gonna die soon.
You broke the system.
For funsies.
I've never seen that before.
For funsies, here's Venli, real quick.
Let's see how you
Please
do.
don't say he's gonna die soon because I kind of need him to be alive.
Okay. Venli,
228.
you are in a place that you're not fucking used to. What the fuck is going on? I don't want to be doing this shit. I just want to be me. Zalista, you can hear various, like, from where you're standing, you can hear like this room, this room, this room, and fuck it, I'll just use the thing. So you can hear in here, 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 and here. Can't really make out what's being said. There was
Whoa.
Hold on, Discord's farting. I can't hear anything. One sec.
Okay.
Let me just. Okay, I can hear you now.
okay. So, oops. Give me 2 seconds. I need to remove something. Okay. So,
Where's your ball?
oops, I went to the wrong one there.
Real
Okay,
talk.
so Vulcan,
Must drink.
from this room, you could hear some low murmuring. One voice sounded very fucking deep. The other one slightly less so, but more frightened than the first voice sounded. You couldn't completely make out what was being said, but the first definitely someone who felt like they were completely in charge. Had a very deep voice. The other one, slightly less deep, very fucking frightened. Those voices have stopped, and there are now footsteps moving this.
Everyone, now.
At this point, you also know that Louise has just unlocked that door.
I cast invisibility on myself.
Okay. You can all try to make your way through it. I would ask, though, that Venli, Zalista, and Vulcan make stealth checks as you try to get to that door before whoever the fuck is in that room comes out here.
I have disadvantage on this because of my armor.
Oh boy.
Yay!
Godspeed.
14.
That's not horrible.
And then
That's not
for
great.
Venli. Whoops. Rolled that as Venli for some reason. Venli's stealth check is gonna be with not disadvantage.
I'm rolling on shit.
Okay, and Zalista, please. Okay, Zalista, you and Louise just in through the door, smooth as fucking silk. Venli, you guys are about to get to the door, like get in through the door, and the people who were in that room come out.
Crap.
the one that you can quite reasonably assume Vulcan had the deep voice is a very fucking Goliath.
Oh. Oh no! No! This is Bentley! Oh
Okay, there's obviously something that I'm missing from another D&D game.
no!
I'm fucking dead.
So Jack, you know how I said that this was Cloud reprising one of her old characters?
Oh god, really?
Venli had a thing for Goliath
She
in
had
the
a
old
fetish.
campaign.
Well, I suppose it's a shame that she made it through the... Oh, well, it's not a shame,
Oh,
'cause-
I'm
okay.
fucking dead.
So,
Oh. Oh
Okay.
god.
so it's very much like a height difference thing. So, huge as fuck Goliath with, like, very dark grey, almost black skin, and white markings on his face in, like, a very nice suit, like it's like a lighter sort of a lighter grey with charcoal pinstripe 3-piece suit. He walks out the door, and then following behind him, like fucking running to try to keep up with each stride, is a very harried-looking male gnome, like Coke bottle glasses, very short hair, like full like bank manager style clothing. And then they notice you two. The Goliath just sort of looks at you both. And I'll get you guys, just the two of you, to roll perception.
Okay, let me get over the computer. Ken had to step up
As well-
to alright, perception. He's having us roll perception. I'm trying, but I'm not very good
Here,
at this.
1 sec.
I don't like our computer.
Did you already roll yours?
I rolled mine. It was not good. My rolls
Natural
today,
20.
they shit.
Okay. I will say, given that you've just told me that you've got a fetish for Goliaths,
I wasn't sure I was gonna keep that character trait, but since you're having a Goliath come up so early,
I mean, I didn't even fucking know, so...
I
Okay,
didn't either. I'd
so,
forgotten about that.
you both see...
Also, it's another natural 20 in perception. What the hell?
Yeah.
You've stolen my luck.
You both see that even though this Goliath has like a slightly different color, like very dark skin, you both notice like these blue rings on like a couple of parts of his face and on the back of his right hand as well. Like you realize that they look they're like, you're like, are they tattoos? No, that's not right. Oh, they're scars. Like all these like blue rings, about the same color as this background.
Oh god, he's a warlock. Is my sneaky suspicion out of character.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
they're like perfectly circular rings.
Mm-hmm.
You, Vulcan, also notice that, given that you've got a 27,
28.
okay, 28, sorry, thank you. Yeah, I wasn't sure if that was your.
That
Force
plus
fucking
one
up
is
on
from my that plus one is from that uncommon item I was allowed to have. It's called Stone of
That's-
Good Luck. Yeah, it's a plus
right.
one to saving throws and ability checks.
Okay, cool, thank you. You notice that this Goliath is much bulkier than your average Goliath, who are generally pretty fucking bulky and strong. Like, this dude is obviously moving fucking carefully.
Ooh.
It looks like he looks like he has a very like measured and specific way of moving, and even though the clothes he is wearing, like, they're made to be very hard wearing.
Right.
like he looks like the sort of person who, if he wore normal clothes, could rip them with just if he coughed wrong.
Oh Jesus. So like bulked out Master Roshi, gotcha.
Pretty much, yeah. And as he walks out, he sees you guys and sort of dismisses you. Looks down at the gnome. You'd better make sure that it stays safe. And turns and walks off out the door. And the gnome is like at this point fucking shaking.
Can we just start moving, please?
Please.
I think we've seen enough.
Problem
Yeah.
is, he also notices you too.
Crap.
And he looks very fucking confused. We only you're fucking gnomes.
I'll have you know I'm a gnome with gigantism.
Bentley's just stared at him.
Why did I say that?
Okay, so while while I'm trying to figure out exactly how the fuck he's supposed to react to that. This is not-
He was afraid,
So-
and now he's angry.
Yeah, he was like afraid, and then why the fuck are there two people who are definitely not staff? And then I'll have you.
Should I roll a deception?
Oh God.
Yeah, deception with fucking disadvantage.
And a -1.
Yeah, that isn't happening.
That's a yeah, that's a
You got a
3.
3. It's better than a natural 1.
It's not much better.
No, but it's not like a very bad fail either.
I mean, it's not a very convincing argument.
It's the facial hair, isn't it?
I don't know. Bentley's just giving this dude
A
dookie
hand. He slips.
Oh yeah.
He slips a hand into his pocket and comes out, and it looks like he's just got like a little press button thing. You have 3 seconds to tell me what you're here for, or I call all the fucking guards in and have you killed.
I cast silence not as a ritual, but as an action onto this man and the area around him. Because he can cast it as an action too.
Actually, okay, how far away are the others right now? Can I ask that?
Like-
Okay, because I was going to.
Like,
at
can I get
this
an idea
point-
of where people are right now?
Okay, so what I was going to do is, as you do that, I'm going to go to Zalista and Louise because I'm assuming they would have kept going at this
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be blunt with you. Bentley's liable to ditch. She's gonna Misty step out of there.
point. Fair enough. That's fair.
The problem is I just cast silence.
Oh. Does that affect the whole area?
It affects the whole.
Yeah,
It affects the
20-foot 20-foot
radius.
Okay, can I move
You can
far
still
out? Can I
Misty
move
step,
out of the
though.
radius and then Misty step away?
What was that?
I don't think Misty Step requires a verbal component, though.
I'm looking at my spells on my.
That's true. That's true.
But yeah, I'm gonna ditch you.
Misty Step has a verbal component and only a verbal
Ah.
component.
I would just
okay.
move out of
Yeah,
the.
you-
I would
And
move
has-
far
you're gonna
out.
have to
somatic.
fucking run.
Oh,
Move
So
out of the way. Cast Misty step.
while
Die.
okay, so we'll pause at that with Vulcan casting silence. Zalista and Louise, are you two going to keep attempting to finish off this part of the heist?
yep.
Yes, although if I was close enough to have heard what was going on, I did have an idea, but I don't know if I'm close enough.
I mean, you're behind the door. I will say things are muffled.
The thing is, I don't know how far the gnome is from them.
He's about 10 foot away.
Okay, because I had an idea, but I don't know if it'd be a good idea, and I don't want to do something stupid session 1.
That's the whole point
I
of it.
will also say,
like
given that the
it.
door is closed, you can't see through the door. You just heard some muffled talking, like a very low, and then you heard what you're coming to realize is the voice of Vulcan say something.
And then absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Well, with how her attitude is, she's probably just thinking at that point then, well, they're fucked. And just moving
Okay.
on forward.
Okay, so in front of the two of you are two locked doors. Which door would you like to try?
Both of them are locked, right?
Yes. Both of them
Okay.
are locked. They both require keys.
That sucks. And of course, we don't have locate object anymore, so
You know, I would assume that Vulcan was like, hey guys.
I made sure that everyone knew the general direction.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
so
Yeah.
to the left.
So you would. Yep.
Upper left of this map. So.
Yep. So is that the door you're going to try?
Yeah, and I guess I'm no longer invisible.
Okay, so make your thieves tool check. Again with dexterity. Okay. Again, just smooth as fucking silk. So, give me 2 seconds to pull away the thing for that. Come on, work for me. Okay, you can now enter that door. So, that... Zalista, do you follow?
Yes.
Okay, so... You enter what is the vaults for this place. There are deposit boxes lining the wall. You see like rows of deposit boxes. And just again back up towards the top left is the sort of general location. You both also notice that corners of the walls, so like here, you would notice there's like some sort of like little dark spot or like dome almost covered in glass or something like that sticking on the wall. Yes, what would you two like to do at this point?
I have a feeling that dome is
You
a
also-
scrying orb.
You also hear footsteps in this place.
Are these two things open entrances?
Yes, yeah. So here, here, here. You hear footsteps in this direction and from approximately this direction.
Do you have any of these?
I have one.
You also realize that as you two are talking and making your decisions, the footsteps here are getting closer and these ones are getting a bit further away.
Okay. But my idea I had that I can probably use here. She's going to step in front, or kind of just step to the same space that Louise is, and ask Barnabas if he can look in this room for her.
Okay. Roll. Ooh, I need to get you. Sorry, I forgot to do it. I thought I did it for you, but I forgot to. Yeah, okay. So I'll pull him onto the thing and make it so that you can control him. Come on. Work with me here. Roll 20. Okay. So, edit. Give me 2 seconds to edit it so that you can control. You can edit it and control by Danny. There you go.
Ah, yes, I can move him now.
So, yep. You can move him. Currently, I believe it is about.
He can be at least 5 feet away from me.
Yeah. Okay.
So if
So, are you
so
going
if-
to put him here, given that you're in the same space?
yeah, I'm just leaving my token where it is just so that stream can see the 2 different characters.
Okay. So, I'll move him up to here. He's okay. What he sees. Actually, hang on, I need to give you has. Be nice with me here. Has
I can pop the ability into chat if you would like me to.
Yeah, I'll finish up the rest of it. But yeah, if you would like to pop it in the chat so that everyone else can see, because this is a homebrew, very interesting form of bard.
It is very long. I apologize. And I don't know if at this point if Louise would be able to tell there's something up with that shadow.
God.
So you look, and Barnabas sees off in this direction, because I'm not sure if you can particularly see it, Danny. Barnabas is on this direction, a guard, walking away from you.
Okay.
Also, the movements that were coming from here are getting much closer. And this one's moving away. You have probably about 6 seconds to figure out what you're going to do before someone gets close enough to notice that you're in a place you're not supposed to be.
I'll use invisibility again.
Okay, you're fine. What are you going to do, Zalista?
Do I have?
Wouldn't your invisibility from before still be up since it lasts an hour?
Yeah,
I
but
used
it-
these tools, so
That
Yeah.
doesn't
it
break
goes away.
invisibility. Only attack rolls and spells do.
That's a good point, yeah. So you are already invisible.
Oh,
Thank
okay,
you for that.
That's nice. Thank you.
I did forget that. That's my fault. Thanks, Ken.
Okay.
Zalista, what are you going to do? You have 6 seconds.
She's going to duck into this hallway and have Barnabas keep an eye out for her.
Okay. So, as this person comes out here, this one up here, and as these two are about to turn their corners, we'll go back to Vulcan and Venli. So, Vulcan, you
Yes.
quickly cast silence. The gnome presses the little press stud thing that he has, and then looks around, realizing that nothing's happening, and like smacks it against his hand, you know, like percussive maintenance style, just like, fucking work, you fucking.
I charge up and smash the thing with my mace.
Oh god.
Roll an attack.
Oh god. You're gonna like kill the
18.
gnome.
I just want to break the thing in his hand.
You're gonna break his hand.
I'm not gonna break his hand. I'm gonna smack it out of his hand with my mace.
I want you to roll damage for this because you're using a fucking mace thing out of.
This isn't like a precision
bludgeoning.
instrument.
Yeah, you could
What
have
the
just
fuck
used your
is this?
hand.
It's not like you're. What the fuck are you doing?
Defending your lives.
No, you're not. You dumb shit.
I am a cleric.
Oh my god.
I will fix that later.
No, you won't.
I
So,
have the ability.
so basically, what happens
Just
is
imagining this poor fucking gnome get.
so Venley, things suddenly go silent for you.
Well, things don't raise-
Vulcan rushes past you, mace out and fucking swinging at this poor gnome's hand. You feel like there should have been a crunching sound.
Oh god.
It feels like that should have happened.
Oh.
However, you don't hear anything.
Bentley's opinion of
The-
me is very poor right now.
I have no diplomacy.
Venley will remember this. You,
Basically.
you, fuck me.
This wasn't necessary. Why are you doing this?
He was about to call. He was about to
Call
call
the silence. was
He said you had
necessary.
time to try to explain.
Yeah.
Technically, you can't
You
hear
just
yourselves
ruined our
because of
ability to
silence.
Yeah. So you hit his hand,
Wait.
Vulcan, and you even feel like, maybe there should have been a crunching sound. Oh wait, no, I've got.
Yep.
The thing shatters in his hand under the weight of the mace, and his hand shatters.
Oh. Oh.
I will fix that later.
Oh.
I
God.
will remind you that you're attacking a civilian.
I will fix his
You
hand.
have
You're not a
fucking
good
pulped this poor bastard's hand.
Oh god.
What-
He probably
what
has
was-
a family.
I can fix his. I can fix his
He
hand.
was 2 days away from retirement.
I can fix his hand. I can fix his hand after this is over.
Alright.
When
Alright.
the thing is broken, is the glass still around?
No, I'm alright. I'm gonna be like, we should like go. Like signaling. The Goliath is still there, right?
No, the Goliath just fucking walked off. He wasn't paying attention to anything, and he can't. He has no idea that any of this is happening. The sun spell. He's currently.
Kill this gnome.
No,
He's
I'm gonna
currently up
take
with
away.
Do we have any way to cover his mouth?
We're gonna silence spell.
Well, yes, but I mean like after the silence spell.
Fair enough.
Dropped to the ground and looks like he's screaming,
that
but you
lasts
guys do a fucking thing.
10 minutes.
Oh, 10 minutes is plenty of time. Can you like strap him to your back?
I haven't. Actually,
I mean, this is horrible, but at least this
Actually-
way we'd be able to fix his hand later.
I've got rope.
Well, yes, you'd use that to, attach to your pack.
Will you help me?
Oh god.
If I pull out the
I
rope
will-
and signal.
We'll also say that a silent spell is a 20-foot radius.
Yep.
Oh, so it doesn't follow us. It's only within the.
Let me double check that. For duration, 20-foot radius centered on a point you choose within range. Yeah.
What if the point
Yeah,
that you picked
so-
yourself?
Well, the point is this point in space, not an object.
Oh.
It's not
Yeah.
a darkness. Or
Where
gas
do you
stuff.
want the center of it to be?
I
Do you want it to be
imagine I
on
put the
him
center-
or on you?
I imagine I put the center
Okay,
of it like
listen,
in this corner.
We're gonna have to knock. If we leave this area of silence,
Well, we
I'm
can't do-
going to point out something to you.
yeah.
You've made the center of it a place that like blocks the noise of 3 fucking officers.
Yeah.
So you
We can do
guys,
this
you
Alright.
guys have a couple of seconds to maybe shove him back in the room and get in there yourselves.
That's a good idea. I grab
I
him
will
and I
be
just
nice
jump into-
and say that.
I'm gonna grab him and
Just
jump into the
don't-
room that broke the thing.
Give me 2 seconds. I will get rid
Oh
of
my God.
because that one would be open.
This is not going to go well, you realize. This is a bad idea.
Well, you didn't stop me.
I can't talk to you. Is it
Okay,
possible
so
to ban him still?
maybe
Look,
after
I
you
panicked,
guys
alright?
hopefully safely get out.
I panicked.
I'm gonna
This guy's
say
playing the rest
you
of
guys
our
are in here with a gnome whose hand has been pulped.
He's gonna become your gay lover now.
What?
You guys are in that room.
Is the
With a
corner
gnome
of the
who's
room
shit like
still
pain.
within silence?
Hmm.
With where I put the center of it, is the corner of this room still in the silence sphere?
The corner of the room that you're in.
I can't see the center or the point where I put the silence anymore. So this
Yeah,
corner
so
is
like-
Yep.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Like
Okay.
basically like going around in a 20-foot block. So yeah.
You
Yeah.
boned us, basically.
We're fine.
Until someone comes in the room, in which case I will abandon.
Okay.
Alright.
What would you like to do at this point? Are you going to keep the silent spell up? Are you going to try to heal this dude? What are you going to do?
I need to keep the sound spell up for a second. Can we get?
You can still cast spells while you're concentrating on another, as long as it's not a concentration spell. So you can try to
I
heal
need
it.
to drop the silence before I can cast any of my other spells.
Mm.
Verbal, you know. I want to get this guy
Mm.
tied up.
You know what? Yeah. Okay.
Are you going to help me or not?
Are you trying to? How are you trying to tie him up?
I have rope.
No, but I mean, like, are you gonna leave him in the room? Or are we actually attaching him to your pack? What's going on?
I just want to get him tied up first before we do that part.
I will say he also looks like he's still screaming.
Yeah.
Can we please knock him unconscious?
But if we knock him unconscious, we're gonna have to wake him back up later.
He'll wake up on his own.
You know what? Good point. Non-lethal damage mace.
I love
Okay.
that sentence. Non-lethal.
So you're going for
damage
subdue
mace.
damage with the mace.
Yeah.
Just for shits and giggles, roll your attack. Like roll your damage.
Oh wait, that's
You did it under Bentley, but
I did it under
using-
Bentley's name
you're
by
using
just
the
my
right
stats. Yeah, at the 10.
Yep, go. Because I'm assuming, like he's in pain. He's not like making him.
That's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
man,
I
he's
think
got
if you
fucking
want
no
us to
AC.
just knock this guy out at this
Just
point.
roll your damage. Just for. Let's see if you can actually
Yeah.
manage to knock this fucker unconscious. Yeah. So you like much more gentle up to the side of the head. Well, I say much more gentle, like, relatively speaking, more gentle than pulping his fucking hand. But you know,
Well, yeah, it's like with the butt of the mace, basically.
yeah, you like smacking him on the head. He's now
Yeah.
unconscious.
Perfect.
Okay.
I'm
Now
gonna say
what?
I'm gonna hand wave and say you guys have probably tied him up at this point. After that,
Mm-hmm.
are
I
you
can
going to
heal
drop
him.
your silence spell?
I can heal him as soon as we're out of the silence, but I think we should go in the direction that the other guys went first.
Yeah, probably.
So we're gonna make our way at least into that other hallway, then drop the silence.
Okay, so I'm going to assume your characters are intelligent enough to think about this. Roll
Yep.
stealth checks again.
Silence will counteract my
You're
disadvantage.
assuming that no one has left their rooms to figure
Actually,
out what the
can you
fuck
roll
is going
perception?
on.
Please.
Yes, you can.
You can't
May roll
because of
perception.
silence.
Oh, I
Listen,
guess, but if you're dropping
You
it,
can
wouldn't we
crack the
be
door and try. You can
I'm
crack the
dropping
door and try to look
at the
out.
side of that hall.
You can crack the door and try to look out. Like, there's not just perception for listening. There is like looking and shit as well.
Fair enough.
Alright, I'm gonna look and see if there's like shadows under the door or anything that gives me any inkling that someone might be outside.
Okay,
With the
roll your
Bentley
perception.
Perception, she rolled a 15.
There is at least one, possibly two shadows moving around in front of the door.
You know, I think it might be wise to try to hide at this point. Oh,
Okay.
God. There's no
Then
good place to hide. There's a fucking table.
Nope, that's fine. I have an option here. I'm going to take the dude. I'm going to sit in this corner and use the one spell I can use that doesn't have a verbal component and cast Minor Illusion to make us look like a potted plant here in the corner of this room.
You know what?
Okay,
Actually,
that-
I have my illusion too, don't I?
Yes.
God, I'm not sure. Would it be suspicious to have more than one?
I mean, looking around this room,
Actually, you know what? I'll pretend to
there
be
is like a couple of potted plants, so that fits in.
So you're gonna do a plant too, or are you gonna do a?
Yeah, I'll be a plant. If there's a couple of plants, I'll just get in between some of the plants and then just pretend to be a plant.
Cool. We are
Okay.
playing corners of this. room.
Okay. So as you guys do that,
This is like Gary's mod shit.
This is the best use of minor illusion.
as you guys do that,
I should probably draw.
the door opens. As you guys do that, the door opens,
I'm gonna let the silence go.
and in walks a gnome. Another man, like, again, dressed like a bank. A bit younger than the one you've currently got tied up and gagged and, like, unconscious.
Mhm.
Bit younger, like, walks in, looks around, like, very confused, like, he was just in here. Oh, and then, like, realizes, his meeting must have ended, and, like, turns and walks out. Still
Oh.
looking very confused, like, what the fuck happened to the sound, but yeah.
You had a seizure, it's fine. Not actually saying that, just like thinking it.
Cast message.
Oh god. Okay. So, we're waiting obviously for him to leave.
Yep.
Can
So
I
he looks around the room for a second, doesn't notice what's going on, and is like, I wonder where he is, and then just turns and walks out, like trying to look for his boss.
Alright, perception now that he's dropped the silence. Can I hear anybody else out there?
We'll roll another percept.
You should probably be listening to.
I will also. Here comes the natural 20, folks.
What the fuck is it with you today? The natural 20?
Nope.
Okay.
No.
Vulcan, you're too busy, like, trying to,
Holding.
like, keep a hold of this dude, like, trying to make sure he doesn't fucking fall or anything like that, make any sound.
We are playing.
Vanley, you hear, like, murmur conversation. Oh, I don't know where he's gone. I wonder what happened to the sound. Yeah, probably fucking playing around with something in there again. And then just, like, a couple of doors closing.
Oh, okay. I break my minor illusion and give a thumbs up.
I also break my illusion carrying this guy like a small child. We're gonna make for that door as fast as we can now.
Yep.
Okay, roll stealth checks. Let's see if you guys
is
can
it-
not fuck up this time.
Let's see. Stealth, I have disadvantage because I'm wearing heavier.
Mhm.
Actually, yeah, I am heavy armor.
Clank,
Just get
clank.
me.
Natural 1.
Oh god.
Okay, Venley?
I'm
16.
fine.
Venley, you breeze through that thing. Vulcan,
I will not wait for you.
for a gnome, he's fucking difficult to carry.
He's a fat gnome.
Oh god.
It's just, look, you know when, like, you pick up your kid and they're a fucking dead weight because they're sleeping?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so, like, you get to the door and just clunk as you go through the door and you're like, what? I didn't hit anything. And you look down and like, oh shit, he hit his head.
And now
Fuck.
he's bleeding.
Yeah, there's now a gash, and like it was a loud enough thunk. It was like when like you accidentally hit the wall, or like you fall out of bed. It's like a loud enough thunk to attract
It might be
attention.
worth you to move.
It's a loud enough thunk to attract attention, basically.
You've got a couple seconds
So,
before they get back out of
Venley,
the-
you're in here. You're fine.
Never mind. He's blocking. Okay, I'm right there. Okay. I
Yeah,
can
you're
see my
there.
friend. Great.
I'd cast.
God. What are you gonna do? Really? Enlighten us, Vulcan.
Healing word. I'm gonna cast healing word on the guy, and then just drop him and run.
Okay.
He heals for 6.
Okay. Are you running to the door?
Yeah.
And you're fucking the rest of us in the process.
Fine.
Fuck. Okay. So, you run for the door. I'll say you make it through with like half a second to spare as you close the door, and you hear, "Oh my god, what the fuck?"
I healing worded the dude.
His hand's better.
That's
the
all
rest
well and good. His hand's still crushed. He's unconscious. He's tied up. And at least one of his subordinates has just found him because they heard the thud of his head hitting the fucking door.
Actually, the healing word would make him conscious again.
That's a good point.
Oh God.
You hear also at that point,
Make it better,
like
you know.
after you healing word him, drop him and run. There is the oh my god, what the fuck, and then you hear the like screaming because he's still in pain.
Okay, we're fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. We need to go.
Yep. Okay. So while that's been happening,
Jack, before I can
while
we
these
have
two special cases have been doing that,
okay, before we do, can we take a very, very quick break because I
Of
need to go to
course.
the loo.
of course, spending way too much time around me to use that word. Of course, like 10-minute break. Let everyone get up, walk around, refresh themselves, etc.
Good child a snack.
Figure out exactly how
Bring him
badly
here,
fucked you
my
got.
arms. He may squawk, but it's for the greater good.
The other two are still sad.
Well, Jackson doesn't sleep. Not like, I don't know.
Well, I now have to figure out exactly what the fuck is gonna happen. Jesus.
Look, I'm wearing heavy armor. All right.
I'm well aware you're wearing heavy armor. You're also the one who decided to hit the dude instead of talking to him.
He was calling the security.
He said you had 3 seconds to talk to him, or he would.
3 seconds isn't long enough to talk things out.
Well, you could have started talking and trying to convince your way out.
I mean,
You
if
could
you
have
would
slapped his hand to get the device off of it.
You could have just been like, look, let's talk about it. It's not what it looks like. You've also got a fucking sorcerer.
I'm actually here to solicit that Goliath. Which way did he go?
The Goliath, you can assume he's like back out into like the teller area by now.
I'm joking about that, obviously, but Bentley totally would have gone for it.
You can probably also assume that
Came up more than once.
That came up twice in the old campaign.
I will
Yeah.
say you can probably assume that that's the Mr. Tarvitz that was being talked about.
Cool.
Given, yeah. I'll be nice and let you have that.
Would you be willing to type that name into the chat for me, please?
Oh, of course.
Thank you.
Here.
Bentley gonna look him up later.
Oh god. Hey, at least I'm not playing a wizard because then my decision would have been fire.
Oh, hello, Joe Cat. I didn't see you there.
Here, take.
Baby, come here, you Antonio Polka. I love you.
There you go, Claire. It's in the game chat.
Thank you. Say hello, Corin.
Hey, buddy.
Sure. Talk to the people. Yes.
Oh. So at this point, I'm going to change the music as well. See if I can find the right one.
Sorry, kid did this to you.
I'm fucking loving it personally.
Every campaign we're in, we add a little bit of spice to.
Yeah. Actually, no, that's not quite right. I think.
When
maybe
you
this
belch, you say, "Excuse me."
You wrong one. No, I prefer the other one.
You want me to pick your teeth too? Can you get me some water, honey?
Look, this is what happens when the -1 charisma tank has to do with social.
Social and stealth. You're not doing good.
Yeah. Oops, to that. Yeah, this next bit's going to be interesting, seeing how you... I will also say, as an above game thing,
Uh-huh.
this campaign is going to affect the other campaign that Danny's in, which is a while away in the future.
Interesting.
Yeah, because I like making things interesting. Yeah, it's
Dexterity based call, then what do you think?
Let's set that there for now. Alright. Quickly, we need to make a character for the baby.
He'll be a halfling rogue.
Okay.
In fact, he already is cosplaying his character.
Well, no, didn't we say that the baby is a sorcerer?
Yeah.
That was his first multi-class.
Baby's first multi-class.
So yeah, this next bit's going to be interesting.
I'm assuming that shadow on the ground is Danny's character's thing, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Hey, give me my water back. You thief.
Shadow Dancer bards are very interesting.
Alright, tilt your head back. What? I've got him trained.
It's like mine.
Tilt your head back. What? Listen, if you don't teach the kids to do things you want them to do, they're just gonna do the things you don't want them to do. You're a good boy. You just want to be hydrated.
Sufficiently hydrated.
Okay, if you're still hungry or thirsty, you don't need to go after my phone. That's not sustenance. I'll have you know he hasn't spilled a drop of water yet. He's angry that I stopped drinking water.
You want a donut, baby?
So, what are you guys thinking so far of this? On curiosity.
It's not what I was expecting, but not in a bad way. I'm
Okay.
curious what's going to happen after we rob the bank.
Look, this is the second time I've had to do a stealth mission with a cleric, and this is about the same way it went last time.
This just in. Why Kin shouldn't play cleric.
So, guys, for my next character, I'm thinking dexterity-based halfling paladin. What do you guys think? You know, that way I can be a tank and good at stealth and have good charisma.
I'm sorry, I keep hitting your little buck teeth. Open bit.
I mean, Trickster Cleric would have helped you more, but, you know, I like Forge Clerics, they're fun. They're difficult to kill.
Oh, yeah. If it comes down to it, I'm just gonna hold the line.
Yeah,
Oh, God.
I mean,
Please don't do this.
Look,
okay,
we
so...
don't have to murder an entire city, it's fine.
So, the evening game last session, when I was talking about the copy of the Forge Cleric, the Forge Cleric has 22 AC.
Yeah, I'm sitting at 19 casually. If I put the blessing on myself and put my shield of faith, I could do 22.
Yeah, theirs is with blessing and a shield,
Yep.
and some very lucky rolls and doing.
Yep.
So, yeah,
Not bad.
very
Okay,
difficult to
I'm
kill,
back.
and because the bard had to step out of the game for a little while, I got the Staff of Healing.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, Danny. Yeah, the Forge Cleric had the Staff of Healing, so when I was playing as the copy of the Forge Cleric, trying very seriously to knock out / kill the other two, so the Forge Cleric and the Ranger, that took a fucking long time to do.
Oh yeah, I did.
Danny can tell you about that, yeah.
Uh-huh.
A couple of hours. That was like 2 hours for the combat between the fucking three of them.
It was fun to listen to.
It was fun to do, but fucking hell. I was feeling so bad. And then they found a woman who'd been turned into like plant tentacle bouquet thing, and mostly saved her.
The baby a piece of plastic.
But yeah,
I'm plugging my phone in so it get a little charge.
So I'm thinking of starting a YouTube series called The Best of the Worst,
Oh.
which is a series of build videos for making the most out of the worst subclasses in D&D.
that'd be interesting.
Starting off with the Battle Rager Barbarian, of course.
Hmm. So Danny, I will ask you the same question I just asked Cloud and Kin, and Kate, if you're still there, what do you think so far?
Sorry, I was like chewing on some cereal,
It's okay.
but
What do you?
I'm having fun.
Oh, good, good. Okay, that's good. I'm very glad. Yeah, I will also say, for the sake of convenience, there are currently only the 2 guards in this area. You all, however, are very intelligent people and know what has just happened, even if your characters don't.
Hey, I broke the alarm.
What doesn't mean they aren't coming.
You broke an alarm.
I broke the an alarm.
What?
Right.
What bank have you ever been to where there is only one way to set off an alarm?
I don't know.
Yeah. Imagine like there's only one alarm, and it's being carried by a no-name gnome. Like,
No,
just a random-
that was the bank manager that you fucking.
Good luck
Knocked
ever
out
getting
and crushed
what
the handle.
loan you wanted.
Oh, I'm not getting my deposit back.
But yeah, Kate, what are you thinking of this? So
My bad, because I literally just got back.
no,
So-
I'm asking everyone. I'm genuinely curious.
Well, I would have preferred to like not be found out at all.
Look, you've got
Um,
invisibility. You're fine.
Sure.
I mean, it's my fault for not rolling well enough to get away from Kin.
Eh. I mean, you got away from him in the end.
But now I
He's
think
right
that
behind. He's on my booty.
Rocking everywhere.
we might end up having to make like the difficult decision of leaving someone behind, because
Don't.
we're trapped. We're trapped
Everyone
in a
knows
pocket
it.
dimension.
Look, we're in a pocket dimension. If we were just a couple levels higher, I could cast banishment on myself to get out of here.
Well,
Mm,
once you
but
get
you're
sent
not a
to
couple levels
jail,
higher. That is the specific reason you're not a couple levels higher.
Ah, I see. Because you thought about that exact scenario.
Yeah, I fucking did. I absolutely fucking did.
that would have actually been really cool, though.
Yeah, it would be. It would be very fucking cool. But yeah.
So, guys, I'm thinking my next character is going to be a paladin.
You're already thinking your next
probably a
character.
halfling paladin.
That sounds cool.
Okay,
Having
so
two
are we
fellas
all ready?
in the party.
I'm
Oh,
back.
are we all ready to
Think
go
everyone-
back into
I
this?
think everyone's here.
Danny, are you ready? Or would you like a little bit more time?
No, I'm good. I was just trying to swallow down the cereal real fast.
You should turn off.
Okay.
Otherwise, we're gonna hit peak.
So, Louise and Zalista, what do you want to do? Because at this guard has like moved up to here, and then like moved into here, and the other guard has like again moved away.
How wide are these halls?
There's about a 5-foot gap. Like it's wide enough for like one, or like given that you're so small, like someone can squeeze past you. but
Then
like,
would I be able to like squeeze past, like huddle, like sidle on the wall, so that the guard? So the idea is to get stick myself to the wall, wait for the guard to pass, and then walk inside after.
Okay. So, do you mean like you want to walk down the center aisle, like here, or are you like
That one.
want to walk
the
down one
other-
of these? This one. Okay, so I'll say if you quickly like run up that way, you get to here, and you notice the two guards walking down the corridor that way.
Okay.
And then you
the
get
other
to
one?
here, and that is empty for the moment.
I'm going to go inside.
Okay. Are you going to attempt to keep moving up this corridor?
Yes.
Okay. Zalista.
Yes.
Are you going to try to move up this corridor?
Yeah, and because of the way that Umbral Puppetry works, Barnabas would be following behind me. He can only ever get 5 feet away from me.
Yeah. You can't see it, but you can
I
feel it.
see it.
He's
Yeah.
like he's walking behind you, like just being a dick about the way you're walking.
Yeah, because, like, should I pop that bit into the chat so people can see why he's doing
Yes. Yeah.
So what you're saying is you're playing a JoJo character.
Sort of, but not quite. Yeah. Basically, a Shadow Dancer bard is a bard whose movements are so graceful and beautiful that they have like managed to bind a shadow to their service. Not like through trying, but through like just sheer grace of movement. The shadow's like, oh wow, this person's amazing. Problem is, shadows generally tend to have like their own thoughts and opinions and shit to some extent, and they can have a few different faults. But yeah, this particular shadow likes to just copy the way other people walk and be a dick about it.
that. Yup. That's why his name is Barnabas.
Nice.
It's all good, Louise. So I will move you guys. Move you guys up to here. They would move. At this point, Vulcan and oh god, there's so many weird fucking names. Vulcan and Venli. Are you two going to run into this room?
I mean, we don't really have much of a choice. We
need to get somewhere.
have to either go forward or to the right.
Okay.
So is the first one just like a dead room?
Is what? Or I think the door's already open. How about?
The door here is locked when you try it. This one is unlocked.
Just go that way.
Going through.
Okay, so you guys make your way into there. There you go.
We're gonna close it behind ourselves.
Yes.
Okay.
Very gentle.
Okay. So, Venli, you see Zalista walking up that corridor. You also hear footsteps coming from here.
Towards me or away from
Left.
Yes.
what?
You hear both. You hear both. Excuse me. You hear both. You hear two sets of footsteps in that center corridor.
Okay.
They're like slightly out of sync with each other.
Okay. I'm not gonna risk going down that corridor then. I'm gonna go after.
Okay. Vulcan.
I'm just following Venley.
Okay.
You're like a black cloud following.
Yeah, sure. It's all good. It's okay.
Thank you. Sorry, I know we just got back from a break, but timing.
It's okay.
It's fine. Our kids are starting to wake up a little bit, so we're having to step away now and then too.
Yeah,
I'll be back real quick.
of course. This is going to be interesting for you guys.
Come here, Swoop.
It's actually probably a good thing that I stepped away when they did, because things are about to go to shit.
Spooky Bub, what you do? Do you want to learn how to floss? Come here. Oh, no. Yep. Oral hygiene. Yes. Yes. Yep.
Alright.
This is okay. Why are you doing this to my teeth? Why?
Well, things are about to get a lot worse, I guarantee.
Oh, they're about to go down shit. I guarantee it. But at least we have friends now.
Just tell me when to roll initiative, because I have a bad feeling that's
Oh, it is. The hallway curves at the end, so I have a feeling that we're going to run into the guards at the end of the hall. Tell me I'm wrong, Jack. Tell me I'm wrong.
You might meet one of them, because they are currently moving on a patrol route. Currently.
fantastic. Okay, what's next? What's happening now?
Okay. I'm gonna wait for Louise to get back. But, yeah, things are gonna get interesting for you guys. Things are gonna get very, very interesting. You may have to kill me out. I don't know yet. It depends what you guys do.
Kick you out? What?
Kill our way out.
Oh, kill her
Kill
out?
your way. Yeah, it depends on whether or not you guys can quickly get through the last bit, and depending on how well you roll. Because you're gonna.
Stop it.
So basically, the way I'm gonna do this is
Let's try to play.
at the end of it, once you guys obtain the thing you are here to get, I'm gonna have you guys roll various skill checks, things like that. See if you guys can get out without any major complications. Like, say, having to get into a fucking fight.
I will
It's
say,
basically like,
anyway, probably won't have time for a full fight if that does break up.
if it does turn into a fight, I'll end the session there.
Gotcha.
But it's basically 5 successes before 3 failures. So I'll get each of you guys to describe the sort of things you guys want to do. Like, I don't know, maybe someone uses, like, I don't know, hypnotic pattern or something to distract some of the guards, or sleep spell or things like that.
I could try.
No one keeps sleep past level 3.
I could try to use suggestion.
You do have suggestion.
I could just.
I
tell them-
have ideas.
Wait,
Yeah.
why didn't we
So,
suggestion?
because basically it's because if it's basically the way I'm doing this is if it is a usable resource, like something you can burn to make something happen, I will treat that as advantage on roll
Right.
to like get the success to like slip past that particular section. Because you guys have made your way into here. It's basically going to be streamlining the we get the fuck out part of it.
Right.
And if anything specifically bad happens, we'll roleplay through that. But it'll be like again, gotten to the end of the heist. Now it's we make our way out through
Right.
whatever the fuck has happened.
You still waiting on Kate?
Yeah, just waiting for him to get back.
Hey, Danny, sorry about the baby noises in your stream, by the way.
That's perfectly fine. I don't mind it, and I've never heard anybody complain about baby noise. On our Thursday game, we have another player who occasionally her niece gets heard, and nobody seems to mind when the niece gets heard, so...
Don't let them nearby when they're screaming, but sometimes they just need supervision.
I shall be back in a moment.
Okay.
I don't want them to munch on a cord or something, you know?
Fully understandable. And like personally, I also just I adore children, so getting to hear little ones just makes me happy.
He just wants to talk to you. Don't take him away. He just likes being included.
Oh, that's
He's the
adorable.
littlest of us, so you know.
Yeah.
If I'm taking a long shot guess, the game is over. Am I correct?
No, it's
I
still
think
going
we're
on.
waiting on-
We're still waiting on Kate.
And then I heard Jack stepped away, so
Jack stepped away too, yeah.
it may be wise to
Oh,
stop at this point.
Kate disconnected.
It may be wise to stop at this
Yeah,
point.
I think at this point, yeah.
Well, let's wait for Jack to get back and see what he thinks.
Definitely.
Which while we're waiting for him, how do you two feel at least about the VODs being saved on YouTube and stuff?
I don't mind it. I'm already on YouTube.
Fair.
CJ, I had to take care of Jackson real quick because he had a bit of an emergency, so I sent him down in his crib. So, as you can see, my character is a little bit impulsive.
Oh wait, crack.
Sure. I corked myself for subterfuge, but clearly that did not go as planned.
At all. There.
No problem.
Thank you.
There you go.
I appreciate it.
I haven't gotten a chance to do anything for Cleric E except for that small buff.
And intensely looking at a table.
I did intensely look at a table. Well, I was halfway.
Honestly, you've acted more like a really bad rogue at this point. Like a really, really like terrible rogue.
Do you want me to cast Identify?
On what?
The gem when we get there? I can cast Identify in the gem roll.
That would be fine, but I mean, you know, it might be worth just absolutely destroying it after we get it and not giving it to the dude.
You know, Kate just disconnected, so from the chat now.
Wonder if Kate had to go away.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but I don't trust that gem.
Granted, we best make sure we don't inhale it, just because that does sound like a poor idea.
Oh, I have a plan for what I'm gonna do instead of inhaling. I'm gonna steal it.
Oh, I thought you were saying you're gonna use it like a drink mix.
I'm not using it as a goddamn drink mix.
Wonder what happens if you snort it.
Why would I steal gem?
Think we could bake it
Oh,
in
hi,
bread?
Kate. You're back.
I wonder how
Hi, Jack
bread
Dittman.
would taste.
Sup?
Oh, Kate's muted.
Yep.
Also, Kate left the or dropped out of the game on the
Yeah.
Discord. Or,
Yeah, I think that was just like as consequence of having to step out the house for a second.
well, with Kate
Probably,
unresponsive at the moment, probably gonna have to call a little bit early then.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
That's fine. That's fine. We're in the midst of chaos. Perfect time to call a session.
Give us something to look forward to.
Give us something to look forward to.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to what happens next time too.
Uh,
I'm very
I guess
definitely.
I guess a little bit of impromptu timing, but I guess we're gonna call it there.
Yeah.
Oh,
For the sake of your stream, Danny, hello and goodbye again.
Well, with that, there is a little bit of form to follow with the way I do my streams. At the end of it, I like to have people on there say where they can be found on the interwebs.
You can't find me on the interwebs.
You.
I used to be on the internet much, but not really anymore.
I mean, I technically have a Twitter, but you shouldn't follow it.
Please don't follow him. He'll get a big head. Tell you what, maybe if I have some free time, I'll work on doing some stuff and try and get back into art. I'm probably terrible now, but who knows?
There
You'll
you
find
go.
her maybe in the future, potentially.
Maybe.
Jack, you're the only person who has it or who has presence on the internet.
Yeah, I have presence. I'm in another stream. Fuck, whatever tomorrow is for you. Fuck, that's hard to think about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, I think at that point, Cloud and I are gonna hop out.
Okay.
I hear a kid screeching. It is
Yeah.
fun.
Take care, folks.
Next week's gonna be fun.
Next week's gonna be, yeah. Like
It's
I
gonna
said,
be very interesting.
I have a bad feeling I'm gonna need a backup character.
I mean, look, depending.
Not to get killed in the.
Take care, folks. Take care.
See you guys.
Alright, and with that, we'll just call it stream. And for those of you who watch on Thursday, we'll see you on Thursday.
Bye.
Bye!